Alright, stream's up. And we are live with Insomnia, King of the Planet 1, featuring ExiledOne versus ysignal. I'm Recoil, casting with Adjudicator. Say hi, Adjudicator.
Greetings to everybody watching.
Alright, and we're about to get this match started. We're playing on King of the Planet 1 system, land anywhere. Then we got Exiled in the purple, and ysignal on the orange. And we're gonna start this game right now. Alright, here we go. Let me get the picture-in-picture going. So, Adjudicator, what's been your experience with this game so far? Have you played any matches recently? Especially with this new version?
Just single player, not multiplayer, so it's more limited.
Alright, here we go. Oh wow, they started right next to each other. That's pretty
Not
crazy.
much to-
You see him on the map, Adjudicator?
Saw them.
Right next to each other, and they're going with bot builds. Let's see, ysignal hasn't queued up anything. Exiled is going hard. He's queuing up as much as he can. Ysignal's just starting to pick up, and it looks like Exiled's starting with air and bots. And then we have ysignal going with bots, air, and another bot factory. See how it goes. Exiled's off to a good start. He's got a pretty good build queue going right now. And he's playing pretty smart. He's getting combat fabbers ready so he could mine those trees on the side there. Hopefully he queues them up to do that. Starting to get these air fabbers out on the metal points. But it looks like ysignal got there a little faster, so he's gonna start off with a better econ.
Apparently, they are playing like in Supreme Commander, where there is the anti-rush mechanic, where you cannot leave your boundary for a certain amount of time if that's enabled on the server.
This one might end really quick just because of how close they are. Here we go, ysignal going with a Dox attack right now. I don't think... Well, the commander's not really in view right now, so ysignal's gonna be picking off. Might be able to pick off a couple things. He did take out a combat fabber. Exile's pushed him back, but he's not mining those trees. Exiled, his only option is to try and get the commander to shoot out those doxes, which he did, but it's gonna cost him some time. We'll check out the queues. ysignal still queuing up units. Yeah, this is one of the things they gotta brush up on. Make sure they get their build order right. They just kind of stopped after a while. Especially Exiled, he hasn't re-queued anything since he moved that commander. Exiled going with a defense turret on the back. It's a little weird, but it might work because ysignal is actually trying to flank right now. Maybe he's gonna try and go for one of those metal extractors. Right over here. I wonder if he could see it. Now he sees it. Now he's going for it. Easy kill. I don't think he's gonna push anymore after that.
It's my life. You may not see any tech ups in this match.
Yeah. There we go. ysignal going for the push. Grenadiers and Doxes. Exiled going for the mines. Thinking Y is gonna push in a bit more. But I think ysignal's gonna play a little smart and just try and keep him back. At this point in the game, that's gonna be kinda hard. Really shouldn't push in that hard. Because right now he's getting the advantage very easily here. Just backing off.
It seems the rule from Supreme Commander still applies. One commander is worth about 10 tanks or minor combat units in tier 1.
Yeah, definitely. Those commanders are very powerful against tier 1 units. And he also has an alternate fire too if he press D. He shoots out like a Uber cannon, and it'll take out a handful of units.
Basically, the overcharge mode in Supreme Commander series and the disintegrator cannon from Total Annihilation.
Let's see. ysignal still planning out his base. He's got the pressure on Exiled. And Exiled's pretty much stalling on the building front. He started out strong. He had a pretty decent queue for his units. But now it seems like he's having trouble trying to adapt to what Y is doing. Might be in a bit of a panic. Starting to heal up his commander with combat fabber. And then we have ysignal still pushing in. Got one bomber up. But he just wasted it rushing into that commander.
ysignal is attempting a reverse expansion.
Oh, what do you mean by that? Reverse expansion?
The other way around the planet, I see him building.
Oh, okay. He's building a. Yeah, he sent out the air fabber to get more metal. Exile just started doing that. That's gonna cost them, man. A lot of grenadiers on the front. He's gonna be able to pick off. He's gonna be able to pick off the Exiled's first bot factory. Exiled still at a loss at what to do. Might be better off just retreating and going into the water just to avoid those bots. Okay, now Exiled's going for a vehicle factory. Might not be enough. Oh, and ysignal. Gonna be walking into those mines. Fortunately, there's not too many of them, but he's still walking into them.
Any unit can be a minesweeper once.
Yeah, that's a good point. They actually need to get the vehicle scout. I forgot what those units were called. To actually spot the mines. Otherwise, Y might keep walking into those mines. If Exile had a better layout of those mines, he would have been picking off more of these Doxes and Grenadiers. ysignal going for the other bot factory. Hopefully Exile can get up that vehicle factory and start getting some meaty units out there to take them out. And here we go, 8 minutes into the match. Usually, when I've been watching high-level matches, you usually want to get into the advanced units about 8 minutes in. It's exactly what ysignal is doing, so this game's pretty strong so far. Exile's gonna have a hard time catching up here. He's choking out his economy. He doesn't have much left. One metal extractor out into the ocean. And Exile and ysignal is just gonna keep pushing with those ground units, Grenadiers. But it's gonna take him a while just because he's not seeing those mines. Yep, ysignal can't see him. Lost a few units. And there goes that vehicle factory. Exile finally got a tank out. It's gonna be too little too late. And it's going down. Exile retreating further back into the ocean. That might be his best bet. If he could get naval units out there, ysignal's not gonna be able to do much. Let's take a look at the army counts. ysignal with 40 units. Exiled with just one, just his commander. He's pulling all the way back, getting out of those firing lines. ysignal's not going to be able to do anything aside from bombers. But he is getting the advanced bot factory up. Okay, nice move by Exiled. He's putting a bot factory on the other side of the water. Good move, but ysignal might spot him. He's sending out his doxes to scout him out. But they seem like they're going in random directions.
Exile is having a serious economy disadvantage as well.
Yeah. All ysignal has to do is just keep up the eco. I mean, he has a big chunk of the planet, a lot of metal extractors. He just has to keep building and he'll have this match easy. Let's move the second pip over to Exile's new base. I was hoping Exile would go for naval. That would have been a very strong counter for like everything here. Especially all the ground units and then the air units. Would have been easy. ysignal's not even focusing on air-to-air units. Just has the bombers up. He knows Exile's cornered here. But ysignal could do some better cornering.
Intensive, last I remember.
Yeah. The naval? Yeah. Also air.
Only thing, because from the Annihilation series of games, naval units are very heavy in metal or mass and don't cost as much energy compared to air units.
Yeah, it's the same here, but they're very powerful. So, ysignal going for for nuclear. He's got a vision of how he wants to take out Exiled, and it's nukes. I think
Commander assassination.
I think ysignal wants to dazzle the audience just a little bit here. Going for the nuke. This thing takes a while, so he's giving if he's waiting for this nuke to get up, he's giving Exile a fighting chance here. He's lining up all his ground units on the water. Not gonna do much. I think he should really switch up to the drifter tanks. Those could go over the water.
Hover tank.
Yeah. And then the doxes can swim through. I was like, ysignal's just gonna keep an eye on him. And he definitely wants to get those nukes throwing. Eco still on ysignal's side, so he really can just focus on those nukes. See what Exiled's up to. Yeah, the problem Exile's going into right now is the power. Definitely needs to get power going.
Energy blocked.
Yeah, you typically want like one power generator per factory. And in the new meta, I've seen players do like 3 powered P-gens for each factory. So I'm thinking there might be an energy usage change to some of the units. So that's why they're putting up more P-gens per factory. There we go. Oh, exiled with the boom bots. He's got one bot factory just pumping out boom bots now. I don't, and they can't swim through the water, so he doesn't really have a line to actually try and get a boom bot snipe. We got 58% on ysignal's nuke. So maybe in the next 2 to 4 minutes. Well, actually, he's getting the nuke up, and then he has to build a nuke. So it's gonna be a little bit more time. There's a lot of time for Exiled, but he's just seems like he's at a loss for what to do right now.
He can't expand very far because
Yeah, he's trapped on an island. But he does have the did have air fabs around here. Okay, he still has these 2 right over here. He's not really pushing them.
and those scouts shadowing him might be problematic.
Oh yeah. He knows exactly where he is. No question. That's one of the things with this game. Like every time you get one task done, you got to be thinking, what's the next task? What's the next task? What's the next task? Are my fabbers running? Is my commander going? Are my units scouting out? There's so much you got to do all at once. Seems like Exile's having a hard time, and ysignal's really just chilling in the back. Now he's making his first nuke. He's at 16% right now. So we got a few more minutes of this match. But then he actually needs 2 nukes. He needs 2 nukes to kill the commander. So ysignal really just milking this.
It's different from Supreme Commander and Total Annihilation, where one nuke can do the job.
Yeah. And isn't it in Total Annihilation you need to like kill every single unit on the map, or
And you can still turn on the commander.
Oh, there's an option for that.
Yeah.
Have you
Commander
played
or Commander Essential setting.
Have you played any multiplayer matches in Total Annihilation?
Just a few small matches, and didn't do that well in them. Because when I was young back then, I didn't know that you are never supposed to have your metal and energy bars overfilled, because anything above your storage is wasted away.
Yeah, same thing here. Eventually, you do want to get energy storage and metal storage, especially metal storage, because the metal storage is pretty low. Here we go, ysignal going with bombers. Actually, let's try and get a first-person POV cam on one of these bombers. Let's see if he's gonna do anything else. And he's keeping him back. He really wants those nukes. Really wants to finish things off with the nukes. And he's gonna get to. 'Cause I haven't seen an answer from Exiled yet. And he's been given a very generous amount of time from ysignal. Exiled making a defensive line with his grenadiers and boombots. You see that?
Yep.
Not expanding much. Exiled should have been sending those air fabbers out to be building, because ysignal has no air-to-air units. There we go. And then now we're seeing the power of these Galata turrets, these anti-air turrets. Just took out those bombers like they were nothing.
Tier 2 air defense versus Tier 1 bomber.
That's Tier 1 air defense versus Tier 1 bomber. Those things got a lot stronger on this new version of the game.
That never really happens in Supreme Commander.
ysignal building a navy. That's a weird choice for the Pelter. I don't think he's familiar with the range. That's why. Now he's got radar over here. ysignal doing a good job expanding. He's got T2 going up. He's got most of the planet now. In fact, he's entirely surrounded, exiled on his island. This is gonna be his last stand here. Let's check the progress on those nukes. The first one's coming out. Let's see what ysignal does. I don't think he has any more bombers. I'm not seeing them. He's got 3 more left. 9. So he'll be able to nuke him, but he's not going to be able to finish him off quickly. So he's got that nuke ready.
Trying to look for the nuke silos.
I'll ping it for you. He's only got 1 up so far. I haven't seen any others. ysignal's got 16. What was that? Okay, 16 metal extractors. I thought double clicking on the advanced one would pick something up. Would pick all of them up. Hold on. Oh, I'll just look at the econ tab. Let's see Exiled's army composition. He's got a lot of anti-air. Trying to take care of those bombers. Really doesn't want to get sniped. A lot of spinners. That is a lot of spinners. He went all anti-air. Got a few. And there goes the nuke.
Going for the base or the commander.
Yeah, I think he's going straight for the commander. Almost dead. But he took out all that anti-air too, so he just needs to send all his bombers.
Maybe he should have stockpiled 2 nukes before launching, because the surprise would be
that would have been in like another 4 minutes. There's a few ways ysignal could end this. He could just get all his doxes over onto the commander. That'd be the quickest way. He could easily flank him. Or he gets those bombers, but I think he's got 2 air factories going. Not that many bombers. Exile's still holding on for dear life. He's getting his fabbers to heal his commander. Maybe he's just following. They're not healing yet.
Commanders cannot self-heal in this game, I assume.
Yeah, you need to have fabricators or combat fabricators healing them. I think the best unit for healing is combat fabbers. Who knows? Maybe there's also like a sub commander. Maybe he heals a lot more. I'll have to try that out at some point.
And sub-commanders, are they counted as commanders as well, so that in case your primary commander falls, the sub-commander will continue the game?
No. They're just kind of like super fabricators.
That's very different from Supreme Commander.
I'm gonna get the POV cam on Exile's commander. Still struggling for survival here. Let's see what ysignal's up to. I think he's going for another nuke. Yep, he's almost there. He's choosing to finish it off with another nuke. I want to get a POV cam. I want to see if I could get a POV cam on the nuke.
Yep, good to see that rushing production is still allowed.
Yeah, you could put like an infinite amount of fabbers.
Economy holds out.
Oh no, he's only at 18% on the nuke. So it's gonna be a while. Keep the POV cam there. Take a look at what Exiled's doing. Getting another air factory, but he's going with bombers. He really should go with anti-air, that way you could take out the bombers and make sure ysignal can't see where exactly the commander is. Another thing, Exile had all these grenadiers and a bunch of doxes. He should have been raiding as much as he can, because a lot of ysignal's infrastructure was kind of unprotected. He just has random units walking around.
Repairing costs a lot of energy as usual, right? I can see that his economy is energy blocked.
Oh
always.
yeah. Exiled needs to get those P-gens out, otherwise his production's slowing down. It's kind of forgotten about those two factories out there. Should add energy going. Looks like ysignal's making a play with some bombers. Fleet of 15. It might take him out, but he's got 4 spinners around him. It looks like he's just ysignal's just using him as scouts. And this is where the anti-air would have been helpful. Oh, and there goes the nuke. And this is game over right here. ysignal shot out another nuke. He actually had 2 nukes going. And that is the end of the game. ysignal takes a match, and to add insult to injury, he has another nuke setting down on the
Not
commander's
really. It
corpse.
looks like an execution.
And there you have it. That was Insomnia, King of the Planet 1, Exiled versus ysignal. ysignal taking the match very easily. He